Hey guys, it's Cal. So I've decided to try a new game that was free on Steam called Seduce Me. Um, it sounded silly and I figured why not. It looks like it's gonna be like Diabolical Lovers is what I got from it. Like it's in that realm where it's a female and instead of a female harem, it's a guy harem. So we'll see how this turns out. So new game. This is a fictional, yes. PG-16, okay. Sexual violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warnings, abuse, implied rape, wow, and suicide. You have been warned. Okay, thanks for sharing. Please enjoy.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Why, sure. What's your name? I'm gonna call myself McKenna. Why not?
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much.
Eric, do your job.
Huh? Who's Eric? Oh.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of
Okay.
Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since
Oh,
you'll
the
be-
sappiness is beautiful in this. All right.
Eric.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere. Okay. What in the...
Come on! Is that all you got?
Oh, I'm sure I can give you more. Am I the one beating you up?
Wanna try me,
Oh, nope, it's two
asshole?
other people. Really? We're going there right off the bat.
Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Sorry, gang war? Is this West Side Story gone anime? Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Okay.
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern
You know, I'm
industry.
terrible at math. This is already going over my head. Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I loved the sound of it, the way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers. It was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a great seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't soporific, because I know how to speak, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments as I had to. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane how the days drifted on and on as if there were no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting a reply sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss
Oops.
Anderson.
Mrs. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Math, it sucks. Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Read your books, kids! PSA announcement. Anderson. It followed me whenever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson Family Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Always with the grandfathers. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
Of course. From beside me I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Is it just me or does anybody else think that this outfit looks like something Marzia would wear from Cutie Pie? It's a really cute outfit.
Miss Capini,
Oi!
care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and
I mean, it
Scholes.
seems legit to me.
Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
The drawing in this is kind of amusing.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Can we just say we did it and leave? Because this is really boring. Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that? Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project. At least we caught it this time. What do we name it? Not sure. What do you think?
It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master in ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations. That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company? What do dragons have to do with our
Who
project?
cares? Dragons are awesome.
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's
And dragons breathe fire. See, it's perfect.
But our company sells bubblegum.
Oh, Lord.
Who said we can't produce spicy
Cinnamon!
bubblegum?
Cinnamon for the win.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say, Dragon Company all the way. You can make cinnamon bubblegum and it would be like you're breathing fire like a dragon. See? It works.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is! Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Lisette. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it, it's just Lisa.
Oh, Lisette. Ooh, forgive me. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in school. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Can I dislike her already? Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Freaking lucky bastard. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time!
Thank
Let's
you!
bail.
This was so boring! Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand
When you're bored
that.
that badly, you can do it. I wish I was as fast as her. Naomi folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look.
Oh, not you, too. She's turning you into a delinquent.
It's a joke, Naomi.
Well, it's not really funny.
You are entirely too wound up. You need to relax. Maybe go sit in a hot tub. Maybe go to a Starbucks. Have yourself a nice frappuccino. Listen to some music. It's all good. Relax, chickadee.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
See? I'm not alone. I do have to admit I was spacing out, and just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
But we'll stay friends. BFFs. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other, But even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
Haha, you do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aromas of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
You're crazy!
Hell yeah,
At least she's honest.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
I think I'll go with... Boom, mac and cheese. That sounds good. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food. Suzu leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her feet on the table to buy her food.
Alright then, is there anything we want to talk about?
Bored already?
I know, let's talk about...
Say boys and I will never speak to you ever again.
Aw, why not?
What's so interesting about talking about guys? It's not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime
Aw, you
soon.
just crushed Naomi's hopes and dreams. How could you, Suzu? How could you?
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy
Is that blonde? That seemed more like, you know, reddish to me than blonde, but I might be tripping.
Hey!
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
Thank you for allowing me to have that option.
True.
That's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. That's right, girl. Keep your standards high. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafe started up and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
What?
Oh my.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
Funny enough, something did happen. Alright. So I'm going to end it there, just because it seems like a good segue to the next episode. So we dealt with a very boring economics class, and apparently we're going into the setup to lead into the real part of the story. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye! Just that. You made me go kill all those people.